Hello, everybody. I just did an entire live on what I was supposed to do a live on today, and it did not record. Not very happy. So let me recap it for you because it is important, and a couple of people showed up. So the topic of today was supposed to be, or was, how to get your resume to pass through level one of the application process. So I covered three things. One, there are systems in place to pull out specific words from your resume to see if you are a match. Two, if your resume is being reviewed directly by the hiring manager or HR, and that is listed in the job description, the job posting, then it mirrors the same thing as the applicant tracking system. If it does not, the other two things that I've recently heard that I'm not exactly okay with in the HR world because it doesn't make sense. One is that your application could be reviewed by a body of people, and that particular body of people won't even have experience in what you do. So I'm not sure how they review the resume. But that's the other thing. That one is the toughest one for me because if you don't know someone inside of the company who can tell you, or on the job posting, they don't identify that what the steps are to applying for the job, you won't know, and it could get your application thrown out for a position that you were 100% qualified for. And I don't think that one is okay. And then the last one is that supposedly cover letters can now hurt you. Then why'd you ask for the cover letter? I don't understand. So if you are applying for a job and you see a job description and you look at the job description and say, I can do everything on here, pull up your resume and look at your resume and see if the words match. Example, in HR, we have known recruiting to be recruiting forever. How many of you can tell me what it's called now? You can't. It's called talent acquisitions. I don't know. So if I were going to put on my resume that I've done recruitment for X amount of years, even if I put recruitment somewhere on there, I'm going to put talent acquisitions if that's what it says on the job posting. Okay, you want to make your resume basically mirror the verbiage that is in there. And I don't mean go through and change all your verbiage. That's not what I mean. I mean, in the example that I gave, under select and replace, when you're using a Word document, if you have the word recruitment in there, you would just say, take everything out that has recruitment and replace it with talent acquisition, something like that. Um, but that is most important because the closer you are to the match of words that they are looking for, the more likely you are to get called in for the interview. Um, Equally, that's the same thing with a actual HR person that's looking at it. I think that's the best one, but we just don't have the time because of how many applications come in. So everybody has a tracking system now. And then the hiring manager, because we can determine based on what we see if it matches the role. And we not only do it for HR, obviously we do it for every role that's within the company because that's our job. We probably wrote the job description and did the pricing for it, which means pay, and everything that goes along with it. So we are the most qualified to do it. The thing is, when we're putting that information in an applicant tracking system, you only put so many words. We have other work to do, so nobody's going to sit there and put what's every word I could think of for car. You're just not going to. You're going to put the most popular words and hope that they generate and come out, because here's the thing, we are also going to put the words that we have on the job posting to be fair, because at least if you do that, you're going to make it through, right? um with the last one, if you look at a job posting and you don't see like Taleo or ADP, and you're not entering the information, and I don't mean uploading your resume, I mean going through different pages where you enter your information and then you hit submit. If you're not filling it out electronically, that for sure lets you know it's done another way. Look at the job posting, and if it tells you, contact HR if you have any questions. If it tells you who the hiring manager is, then you know that it's done that way. If it doesn't, I would actually reach out and ask. At this point, I'll reach out and ask for most things because of the recent thing that I found out, and that is that a body of people look at your resume, and they might not have the experience to know what the words mean, what your definition means. You could write a full paragraph about something that you've done, and every other word they have to Google it. Do you really think they're going to Google it? Do you really think they should Google it? Of course they should. They signed up to be on that group and they don't know what the word means. So, yes, they should Google it. The reality is they're not going to. And so, to protect ourselves when looking for jobs, you should do that. The other thing. So, now that part is over. If you have any questions about that, you are more than welcome to set up a free consultation on our Divine Purpose website. That is a 30-minute free consultation, and I will provide feedback. We also have the option for you to upload your resume, and we'll take a look at it. That is not free. We will tell you what it costs based on what we see. And then the last thing is, if you are in high school and you are applying for a job, even if it is entry level, try to get a job that correlates with what you want to do. You don't have to work in retail, and you don't have to work fast food if that's not your area. If there's a law office in your area and they're hiring administrative assistant, why can't you work there? You just finished school, so you've been typing, you've been researching, you've been filing, you've been organized. All of the things that are on there you've done. You just have to know how to translate them into what they want to see. And if you're a part of the Divine Purpose program and you show us something that you want to apply for, and we are working on your resume, we are going to have you tell us what you do, and then we are going to translate it the way that it should look on your resume to get them to pull you in. Equally as important, we are going to give you the confidence to pass the interview so that you can speak to all the things that you did and know how to communicate it to them. So that is it for today. Sorry that the live didn't record. It was about 15 minutes. I'm trying to keep this to 8, and that is it. So thank you for all that joined my live today. Pass this around. If you know anybody that needs help, have them reach out to me. We'll be happy to help them. And I mean high schoolers. For adults, we have options as well, but there is a fee because everything goes to Divine Purpose. Basic questions, I'll answer those for free. I gotcha. So have a fabulous weekend, everybody. Bye.